In our next exercise, we will use two different size circles for our pattern. We'll make our larger circle first and divide it into three. So I've got this top point I'll use as my first point of intersection, label it A. This point I'm using to set my compass on, swing it in an arc to find points B and C. And now I've got three equal sections. I'm going to connect them to the center of my circle. I'll draw a smaller circle. So I'll just shorten the radius. Doesn't matter how much smaller for this exercise. I'm keeping my radius the same, and I'll use these points of intersection on the circle to draw my arc. I move my compass point over, set it down where that arc meets the edge of the smaller circle. On such a large compass, it is harder to make small circles, in which case you might want to use a regular drawing compass. So I'm using the smaller circle to guide the shapes of my petals, and I'll use the larger circles to guide the shapes of my leaves. Let's suppose that I want the first leaf to go from this point up to point A. I'm giving it a hand-drawn organic edge, but I want to have my leaf intersect the petals at the same point for all of them. So I'll take my smaller compass, set the point down in the center of my circle, wind it out to this point where the leaf meets the petal, and I'll draw a light circle all the way around so that I can see where that circle intersects each of my petals, of my leaves, my petals, sorry. And then I know to use that point where the circle meets the petal to draw my leaf, to make it more symmetrical than if it was done completely freehand. So I have three leaves and 6 petals. I'm going to shade these in. My leaves are shaded. I will now shade in my petals. So I'd like you to experiment with dividing your circle into 3, then into 6. I'd like you to draw this smaller circle to use as the outer edges of your petals. And I'd like you to practice using another smaller circle to find the intersections on your petals where your leaf shape will come join to the outer edges.